Donovan, and this is Creepy and Kooky vlog because we're not in Cali anymore. I'm on a little bit of an adventure, and I am in Blaine, Tennessee today, which is right by Knoxville, Tennessee. And the reason why I'm here is in part to visit my lovely friend Janice en route to Atlanta, where I'm moving, and Janice is filming me. It's awesome to not have the selfie stick for once. She's not super comfortable being on camera though, so she's just gonna film me. So thank you, Janice.
Hi.
That's her. She exists. She's real. This is a big one for me. We are at Red House Cemetery in Blaine, and we almost missed it. This is definitely the most unique cemetery I've been to. I'm going to circle back to that in a second. The reason why I'm here is because I was a big fan growing up of Brad Renfro, who was a child, teen, and young adult actor who unfortunately had a troubled life and went the way that too many child stars do and passed away at the age of, I think, 25 of a drug overdose. And he's from Knoxville, so he's in this Red House Cemetery, and we almost missed it. It is so confusing. GPS didn't even tell us to turn. It looked like it was in someone's driveway because there's a literal red house that it's in front of. I'll show you guys some B footage, but it is so unique. It's so small. It's probably started as a family cemetery. I'm curious about the history of this cemetery in general. Luckily though, there's only roughly 160 interments, and it's pretty small and straightforward. So I think this is going to be a shorter episode and not have a lot of misadventures, but keep watching and we're gonna find Brad Renfro. Ironically, here's my shadow, but ironically this seems very well labeled. As if you've watched the series, you know it's the bane of my existence when a cemetery is not well labeled, and this tiny cemetery has amazing sections labeled, but I don't think we're gonna need it because I think it's pretty straightforward. So I already see him, I think. He's right over there. I see Renfro. See, we didn't even need to look up where he was. What a day. What a day. What a success. We spoke too soon because there's a lot of Renfros in this. It's probably a family cemetery. There's one over there, but that's not him. This poor guy.
There's another big tree there. It could be way over there.
I think it probably is. This is sad when this happens. I hope somebody restores this for them. Oof, oh my God. All right, we found out a little bit. We got this description. Red House Cemetery began around 1792 by pioneer Thomas Jarnagin. This monument remembers those souls known, but to God who lie here. 1995, I guess that was erected. Still a little curious because we think it's like a family cemetery, but we have not confirmed that officially. And nope, nothing on the back. But yeah. It's interesting because some of the graves are very big or the gravestones, and some are very small. Definitely interesting. Very pretty. This is a very old cemetery. Like, this person died in 1929. Lived a pretty short life, but was born in the 1800s. And a lot of these graves are just like not in great shape. Like, obviously the one over there fell over. When we walked in, I noticed these like flat ones that I kind of want to explore now. And by flat, I mean like really skinny. They're just kind of like slabs of concrete. Yeah, those. We're gonna look at those in a minute. I can't even read this. This isn't even legible. And this has fallen down entirely. This looks like it was ornate at one point, but I'm not even sure. I don't even know where the etchings would have been.
Well, there's a lot of limestone in the ground in these areas, and if they're using limestone instead of granite or something, that limestone's very easy to etch.
Okay.
And therefore the weather would also etch it.
Got it. Interesting. Thank you. Oh, there's stuff over here. Jeremiah Jarnagin. It's a fun name. Yes. Other small ones. Up against a tree. So fascinating. Ooh, that's a good question. Huh. And then they have these like uprights that are clearly newer. It's pretty wild. Initials here. Quite a unique cemetery indeed. Looks like we found our Renfro. He's at this beautiful tree. It's cool because it's the fall, so we have foliage, which California barely has. And here we are. I like that he has a guitar. He has a little statue. It's a nice plot. This is his surroundings. This is sad. This is like when you're a young kid, you imagine meeting the people that you admire, and the beauty of, like, I know I'm not going to be living in California or Los Angeles for a couple months, but there's always like that possibility that you're going to meet your heroes. And so it's sad when they pass away before you get a chance to. And he passed in 2008, which was well before I entered the industry. But having grown up watching, specifically the movie I really liked him from was called The Cure, which was with, I'm going to butcher his name, but Joseph Mazzello. He was the little boy from Jurassic World. I'm sorry, you know me, I'm so bad at names, but he had AIDS from a blood transfusion, and his Brad's character helped him have a last adventure before he passed. It's a very sad tearjerker movie that was like for children also. I don't know, the 90s had a lot of questionable things for children, but I also knew him from like the teen magazines, and he was super cute, and me and my best friend Lauren had a crush on him and JTT and all those people. So it just, I don't want to say much about his life other than that, besides the fandom, because I think there was just some really sad parts to his life that contributed to his demise, and I don't want to like armchair expert any of that stuff, but this is a big one and a sad one for me because it's like my childhood, you know, is right here. So oh, he has a little ladybug or something crawling up it now. I don't know, I just hope he's found peace, and yeah, there's not much else to say. It's such a bummer when people die so young and through ways that could have been prevented if they had more support. And so check on your friends, make sure that, you know, you're trying to be helpful to them. Life is hard, we all have struggles, and we don't want to end up passing before our time. I think that's the most productive thing I can kind of say about this. So may he rest. Nice to meet you, despite not how 12-year-old me envisioned meeting you, but it is an honor to find your grave, sir. So I'm kind of investigating his grave a little bit, and I noticed that he has this star, which kind of reminds me of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And in the center, I think it's supposed to be a camera, which if you've ever been to Hollywood Boulevard, the Walk of Fame with all the stars literally has like a symbol in the middle of the star of what they were known for in entertainment. And I think it's a little decayed, but I think that's supposed to be a film, and I think that's a really sweet touch in addition to the music etchings of, like, you know, getting a sense of who he was. And it's such a small cemetery, and it's where he's from, but he had such a big life for such a short life, and I love that they're commemorating what a good actor he was, because he was a very good actor. He was known for that as a kid, for being able to go like toe to toe with like tour de force actors. And I also forgot to mention he's in one of my favorite movies of all time. I can't believe I almost didn't say it, but Ghost World with Thora Birch and Scarlett Johansson and Steve Buscemi. He's also in that, and if you haven't seen it, it's such a good movie. I highly recommend it. And he does a great job in that as well. So this is sad. I almost don't want to leave, but we're gonna have to go soon. So may he rest. Well, that kind of does it, because we've already walked the whole cemetery. This is genuinely a first. I thought I knew small cemeteries in my small town of New Hope, Pennsylvania. This beats them all. I'm so thankful that my friend Janice took me here, even though you didn't want to be on camera. Do you mind just sharing, like, audibly though? Like, what do you think of the cemetery?
It's really interesting. I mean, it can't possibly be more than maybe 2-3 acres max. Yeah. And very much seems like there's, you know, either a family with multiple last names or a few area families that this is just kind of their cemetery. And that's, I don't know, a cool concept, I guess.
Yeah, I knew of family cemeteries for sure, but I have yet to go to one, for the show or in life, I think, in general. So this is definitely a first. It feels usually like I'm so cool to go to any grave, but it almost feels intrusive because it's in back of someone's house and we went up like a gravel driveway to get here. So it's like I'm almost kind of itching to leave, even though it's very pretty, and I want to hang out, but it's, I almost feel like, I don't know, like we're doing something bad almost. It's like, are we trespassing? So, but if you want peace, get a family cemetery, because unless some knucklehead who likes graves and has a YouTube show, you're probably going to not be disturbed a lot. So it's very pretty, but it's definitely so different than, say, Hollywood Forever or the other places I've been. So definitely wild. So thank you for taking me here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this admittedly brief episode, and next week I'll be somewhere in Atlanta, so stay tuned for that. There's a lot of famous interments in Atlanta, so the show will be probably closer to what it's been in the past. We've had a couple experimental episodes lately, and until then, stay alive until next time. Bye.